This is IGN. The Odyssey blows its box office expectations out of the water. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, executives at Xbox have once again attempted to clarify the company's approach to exclusives, promising that Gears of War E-Day and Clockwork Revolution are not the only titles it's planning. Xbox Chief Strategy Officer Matthew Ball and Chief Content Officer Matt Booty tried to further explain how Microsoft is handling exclusives during a conversation with GamesRadar. Their clarification arrived amid the company's renewed interest in the strategy, which kicked off just last month with confirmation that two of its biggest first-party games would not come to PlayStation consoles. I can assure you Gears of War E-Day and Clockwork Revolution are not the only titles we're planning, Ball promised. To grow a platform like ours, you have to have exclusive games and services. These are not going to be the only two titles. Microsoft shocked the industry at its Xbox Games Showcase last month when it declared the coalition's Gears of War E-Day would not be releasing on PS5 as many had expected. The announcement that InXile Entertainment's Clockwork Revolution would also be console exclusive arrived soon after. Both were also confirmed to be pure console exclusives with no timed exclusivity deals in place. We're still in the early days of Xbox's new strategy, so it's tough to say how it'll change its troubled ecosystem in the months and years ahead. Director Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has blown box office expectations out of the water, with an opening weekend that brought home an incredible $264.1 million worldwide. The split puts the adaptation at a domestic haul of $124.5 million, with international markets accounting for the other $139.6 million. The global total marks Nolan's biggest box office opening weekend ever, towering over his previous achievements, including The Dark Knight Rises at $249 million and The Dark Knight at $198 million. Incredibly rewarding to see the palpable excitement in theaters this weekend with the release of the Odyssey, Universal told Deadline. Once again, Christopher Nolan has crafted an epic adventure on a scale rarely seen, as audiences respond with not only tremendous results at the box office, but with reactions to the film that are beyond stellar. Early reports had the Odyssey expected to bring in an already strong $90 to $100 million domestically and $257.8 million globally. At $124.5 million domestically and $264.1 million worldwide, it's clearly sailed past those estimates. Variety reported that the film cost $250 million to produce and $125 million to promote. That makes it one of the more expensive theatrical productions of the year so far, but with its first few days already putting it past its production budget, it likely won't be long before it completely recoups those costs. The Odyssey, the 13th feature-length film directed by Nolan, premiered July 17th and stars Matt Damon as Odysseus, Anne Hathaway as Penelope, Tom Holland as Telemachus, Zendaya as Athena, Robert Pattinson as Antinous, Elliot Page as Sinon, Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy and Clytemnestra, and many, many more. Propped up as an almost 3-hour modern adaptation of Homer's Greek epic and the latest built-for IMAX project from a Best Picture-winning filmmaker, it's easy to see why expectations for this particular movie already felt extraordinarily high. Despite this, and despite the months-long campaign against the film that saw its pre-release marketing marred by controversy online, Nolan seems to have firmly come out on top. The journey ahead will see the star-studded adventure hoping to maintain momentum through each preceding weekend. Although how that'll play out remains to be seen, many are already expecting to see it at least break through the fabled $1 billion milestone. For comparison, Nolan's previous project, 2023's Oppenheimer, pulled $180.4 million in its opening weekend. The Barbenheimer phenomenon helped the R-rated J. Robert Oppenheimer biopic finish its time in theaters just shy of $1 billion, with a global total of $975.8 million via Box Office Mojo. Only time will reveal how far the Odyssey's sea legs will be able to carry it, but for those who have seen it and recorded their thoughts on review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, it seems to be one movie worth showing up for. Meanwhile, as shared by Variety, Disney's live-action Moana movie came in second, with its total now coasting at $178.4 million. Minions and Monsters and Toy Story 5 tied for third, with the former's global haul sitting at $323.9 million, while the latter has reached $958.4 million. Supergirl has a worldwide total of just $120 million. The Odyssey has arrived, but its box office opening weekend will be far from the last we'll hear of it or its director. For more while we wait for updates, visit IGN.com and read about the long and winding road Nolan took to get here. You can also see Pattinson recall the time he thought he heard Damon having a really bad toilet experience while filming. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.